Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel Intelligent Learners. So I am Swati, right, maths faculty. So I am making this video with a very great purpose. You know that boards are approaching and you need to learn the formulas which are there in your NCERT book, either it is of maths or science. So I am a maths faculty, so that I have come with the maths formulas, right? So class 10th NCERT book having formulas. So in this video, I am only taking 3 chapters, that is the real numbers, the quadratic equation and the pair of linear equation in 2 variables, right? Some questions are formula based question. They are not concept based question, right? So if you don't know the formulas, you will not able to do the question, right? You just have to put the values and find out the answer, as simple as that. But if you don't know the formula, what you will do, right? That questions are not concept based. You will not use the concept. Suppose there are 1 marker question or 2 marker question which are completely formula based. Suppose I am saying that you have HCF and you have LCM, you have to find the product of the 2 numbers. So you have a very simple formula, that this product of the 2 numbers is equal to HCF into LCM. But if you don't know the formula, what you will do? So please learn the formulas of every chapter. So in this video, I am taking only 3 chapters. Okay, I already told you what chapters are. The very first 3 chapter of NCERT book, class 10th. So please do watch the video and please learn the formulas. It's very important, right? So thank you, and please see the video. I am also making you understand how you are using the formula, how you will grasp them, right? So thank you everyone. Thank you so much. So this video is about the formulas. So let's start with the video now. So class 10th maths book, the very first chapter, the real numbers. Only in the real number chapter, the deleted portion, that is the Euclid division lemma, is not there in your syllabus right now. So you have only one formula, which is HCF into LCM is equals to product of the 2 numbers. So this is the first formula that you have. So how you will use the formula? So you have 4 things in this formula. One is the HCF, that is the highest common factor. Second, the LCM, that is the least common multiple. Then you have the product. Product means the multiplication of 2 numbers. Suppose you have 2 numbers, suppose 4 and 16. You have 2 numbers and HCF of these 2 numbers is suppose 4. Okay, HCF is 4. So how you will find the LCM? So you know that when you are multiplying HCF and LCM, so it will be 4 multiply. You don't know the LCM because you have to find it. So write LCM like this. And product of the 2 numbers means whatever the 2 numbers you have, so you can multiply them. Product means multiplication. So 16 multiply 4 is 64. And 4 times LCM, because you have to find the LCM. So what you will do, you will take this 4 in the right hand side in division part, because in the left side it is in multiplication, and when it change its side, multiplication become division. So LCM will become, what is that? 64 divided by 4 is what? Yes, 16. So LCM is 16, right? So how this you will use the formula, this is the way, right? Now moving towards the next part. The next part is what? You have next chapter, which is polynomials, right? Polynomials. So very important thing is the very first thing, that how many zeros you have in any polynomial equation. Most probably you have a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation with highest degree as 2. Suppose I am writing this equation like this. This is a quadratic equation because the highest power of x is here is 2. That is a quadratic equation, right? So whatever the maximum power, the maximum degree it has, the number of zeros is equal to the power you have in the equation. Suppose I am saying here the highest degree is 2. So if I will ask you how many zeros, means how many roots do you have in this equation, or how many solutions do you have of this equation, you will say, ma'am, 2. Maximum is 2. Maximum is 2, right? And what is this line? The total number of zeros in any polynomial equation is equals to total number of times the curve intersect x-axis. Suppose this is a graph, everyone, and you have like this. So how many times this curve cuts the x-axis? This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times. So it means Any equation, this graph is not for this equation. This graph is for equation having the highest degree as 4, because here are 4 zeros, means 4 roots or 4 factors or 4 solutions of any equation, which is having the highest degree as 4, because it is cutting 4 times the x-axis. That's why it has 4 zeros. Always remember, जो भी कटिंग होगी आपके एक्सिस की, वो सिर्फ एक्स एक्सिस की काउंट होगी फॉर द नंबर ऑफ जीरोस, वाई एक्सिस की काउंट नहीं होगी, ठीक है? सो दैट इज द थिंग. नाउ मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल. क्वाड्रेटिक मींस द हाईएस्ट डिग्री एज 2. Now if I am taking this equation, so this is the equation, this is a general equation. What is this alpha plus beta and what is this alpha multiply beta? Alpha plus beta means you are having the highest degree as 2. So therefore the number of solutions are 2. Second thing, what is this alpha and beta? This is the number 1 solution, and this is number 2 solution. This is number 2 solution. So 2 solutions means one is alpha and one is beta. So what is this alpha plus beta? That is the sum of the zeros, sum of the roots or sum of the factors. And what is this alpha multiply? Is the product of the factors. Right? So please remember, whenever you are writing the sum with the minus sign you will write, and product you will write with the positive sign. Please remember this thing. So sum of the zeros means what? Alpha plus beta, having the formula that is minus b by a. So when there is a question of verification, right, or there is a question which have like the sum or which has the product, and you have to make the quadratic polynomial, so you have to use these formulas. Suppose they are giving you the sum. Suppose they are saying sum is 4, and they are saying the product is 3. So here, what is the sum? Sum formula is minus b by a. So what is b here? B is 4, and what is a? A is 1. Here alpha by beta is equals to c by a. So c is 3 and a is 1, because there is no denominator, then 1 is the denominator, right? So you have a general formula, that is ax square plus bx plus c. This is the general quadratic equation. So what is a here? A is minus 4, because b has a negative sign, so negative sign will go to the right hand side. So a will become minus 4. What is b? Sorry, b is minus 4. What is a? A is the denominator, that is the 1, right? So a is 1. So 1x square means x square only. Then you have b. B is minus 4x plus c. C is what? C is 3 here. So what is the equation? So equation will become like this. So it means sum is this. And what is the product? Sum is 4 here, because minus you have already in the formula. So this is the sum, that is 4. And what is the product? Product is 3 here, right? So verification question will come based on that, and please learn the formula, because they can ask you to make a quadratic polynomial by using the sum and the product, right? Next, sum of the zeros is minus b by a. Don't forget to put the minus sign in the sum of the zeros, and product is minus b by a, right? Now moving towards for the cubic polynomial, because you have a one formula of cubic polynomial in your NCERT book. So it's very, very important to understand the cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means having the highest degree as 3. So this is the cubic formula, the general cubic polynomial. Like you have a general quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c. So in cubic, you have the highest power as 3, then 2, then 1, and then the constant, like this. So this is the cubic polynomial. Now same in the cubic polynomial, you have the sum of the zeros, you have the product of the zeros at a time, and you have the product of the 3 zeros. Product of the 2 zeros at a time. First of all, understand the sum of the 2 zeros. What is the sum of the zeros means? In quadratic polynomial, you have only 2 zeros. One is alpha, one is beta, because the highest degree is 2. So 2 zeros. If your highest degree is 3, then 3 zeros. That is alpha, beta, and gamma. So when you are summing them, when you are adding them, so it will alpha plus beta plus gamma, having the formula as same, that is minus b by a. Right? Same formula of the sum. But moving towards the product of the 2 zeros at a time and product of the 3 zeros. So first we will say product of the 2 zeros, mean 2 zeros we will take. So one we will take alpha beta, then we will take beta gamma, and then we will take gamma alpha, right? Which is equals to c by a, the same formula. Then third is the product of the three zeros at a time, or three zeros. So that is minus d by a, minus d by a. So that is the formula for the cubic polynomial. Please remember this thing. Again, a verification question will come, or they can ask you to make a quadratic polynomial, right? Now, another question you have of, another formula you have of the dividend formula, that dividend is equal to divisor into question plus remainder. So suppose you have three things. Suppose you have the dividend, you have the question, and you have the divisor. They can ask you the remainder. So in this formula, you can put everything and find out the remainder, right? Suppose I am saying you have to 12 divided by 4. So it is go at 3 times. So 3 times 12, remainder is 0. So what is the dividend? Dividend means the number which you are dividing, that is 12. What is the divisor? Through which you are dividing 4. What is the question? 3 times it will go. So what will be the remainder? So 12 is equals to 12. So remainder is 0. You know that 12 is equals to 12 and nothing remains. Nothing remains. So 0 is there. So that's why the remainder is 0. So either you can divide properly or you can put in the formula. Because you are in the higher class, so you have to put in the formula and find out any of the one thing out of 4. So this is one of the formula, right? So I'm moving towards the next chapter, which is the pair of linear equation, which is a very, very important chapter. Pair of linear equation in two variable. Why two variable? Because we are using two variable, right? Pair of linear equations. So the linear equation means having the highest degree as 1. Suppose I'm saying quadratic equation means highest degree as 2. So this is the general equation as quadratic. If I'm saying only the linear equation is there, and in two variable means we are using two variable. Only here we are using only one variable, which is x only. But in two variable, so this whole name of the chapter is linear equation in two variables, right? So the linear equation means has highest degree as 1. If you are using only 1 degree, it means one time you have used this variable, another time you have to use the second one, and constant should be there. So A and B can't be 0, C can be 0. Constant can be 0, but A or B you can't make as 0. Why? Because if you will make A as 0, so this will become 0 only, because A and X is in multiplication. So this is 0. So what is the equation now? This is the equation, and it is the linear equation only in one variable, which is y. A, B, C, these are not the variables we are counting. A, B, C are the coefficients only, right? Sorry, coefficient is A and B, and C is the constant one. So always remember x and y, we are taking as what? Variables in pair of linear equation in two variable. So because you are using pair, it means you are using a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. And another thing, because we are talking about two equations, pair. So pair means a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. So these are the two equations we are using as pair of linear equation. Linear equation means highest degree as variable as 1. Nothing is there when 1 is there. Okay, these are the pair. So please remember C1 and C2 are the constant. A1, A2, B1, B2 are the coefficients of the variable x and y, right? And are all the real numbers. These all are the real numbers. They are not the complex number. These are the real numbers. Now moving towards the next part. So this is the pair of linear equation. Moving towards how you are solving them. So you have two methods. One is the elimination method. One is the elimination method, and one is the substitution method. Substitution method. So only two methods are there. The third method, that is a cross multiplication method, it is deleted through your portion. So we will discuss it in the another video. So let's talk about these two methods first. Elimination method and substitution method. In elimination method, you have to eliminate either of the one variable, either x or y, making their coefficients as same, right? Suppose I'm saying there are two equations, 2x plus 3y is equal to 6 and 5x plus 9y is equals to 7. You have to solve this equation. If you are using the elimination method, you have to make the coefficients of either x or y as same. So या तो आपको ये दोनों को सेम बनाना पड़ेगा x के कोएफिशिएंट को, या फिर आपको इन दोनों को सेम बनाना पड़ेगा. सेम बनाने का मतलब है कुछ मल्टीप्लाई आपको या फिर डिवाइड आपको पूरी इक्वेशन में करना है जिससे ये कोएफिशिएंट सेम हो जाए. यहाँ पे 9 है, मैं 3 में ऐसा क्या मल्टीप्लाई कर सकती हूँ जो ये भी 9 बन जाए? तो मैं ऊपर वाली इक्वेशन में, कंप्लीट इक्वेशन में 3 की मल्टीप्लाई कर देती हूँ. सो दिस इक्वेशन विल बिकम लाइक 6x plus 9y is equals to 18. और नीचे वाली इक्वेशन तो आपकी सेम ही है. अब आप क्लियर देख पा रहे हैं कि ये जो दोनों वैल्यूज हैं, these are two values, they become same, 9y, 9y. Now you can eliminate them by changing the sign of the lower equation. always remember you will change the sign of the lower equation. So right, so they can eliminate, and 6 minus 5 is 1, so 1x means x only, and 18 minus 7 is 11. So this is how you can find x, and this x you will put in any of the above equation, either this or this, and you can easily find out the y, right? So this is the elimination method. Moving towards the substitution, you can easily find out the value of x. Suppose I'm taking these two equations again. This is all about substitution. So what you will do, taking out any of the variable value from any one equation and putting in the second. Suppose I am finding x from here. So how will I will find x here? So 2x is equal to 6 minus 3y. 3y is of plus in the left hand side. When it changes sides, plus become minus. So 6 minus 3y. And x and 2 is in multiplication. So it will go under division. So x value is this. And you can put in this equation. So like you can put like this in the second equation and solve this equation, right? So how to solve the equation, that I will tell you in the another video. So this is how you are putting the value from first equation and putting in the second one, right? Taking out the value of any of the variable from any one equation and putting in the second one. So this is how you are using the two methods to solve the pair of linear equation. Now moving with the second part, when you are solving the linear equation, you have the solutions or you have the values of x and y. Now, when you are making a graph of linear equation, suppose this is a linear equation because the highest degree of both the variable is 1, 1. So this is a linear equation. Whenever you are making a graph of this equation, it will always be a straight line. It will be like this, it will be like this, it will be like this, always a straight line, right? Depending upon the value of x and y which you are taking. Now, the graph, because you are using pair, so you have two graphs, two lines on one graph, right? Suppose line can be intersecting, line can be parallel, and line can be coincident, means one over the another, right? So when you have intersecting line, it means they are meeting at a point. It means there is only one solution. That is a unique solution. They are meeting at a point. They are not meeting at a point. That's why no solution. They are meeting at every point, infinite many solutions. So three things: intersecting line, parallel lines, and coincident line. Whenever they are meeting at a point, it means only one solution, means there is a solution and only one solution is there because they are meeting at a point. When you have two parallel lines, it means no solution because they are not meeting at any point. And when they are meeting at every point, it means they having many solutions like this, right? So moving towards the next part. Yes. So whenever you have the solution, either it is a 1 or it is an infinite part. So the pair of linear equation, you will say the solution, the pair of linear equation is consistent. The system with two variable is either consistent or inconsistent. Whenever you have a solution, either it has in one solution or it is having many solutions. So the system is consistent. But when there is no solution, means the parallel line part, no solution, so the system is inconsistent. Inconsistent. Please remember this. Consistent means having a solution. Either it is a one solution or many solutions. Doesn't matter. It is consistent. But when you have parallel lines, no meeting at all at any point, so means inconsistent, right? So this is that. Simple as that. Now moving towards the next part, types of solution. So when you are meeting at a point, means at a unique point. So it means a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Suppose I'm saying 2x plus 4y is equal to 6, and I'm saying 6x plus 12y is equal to 9. Here, because I know that how to solve the equations. So first is the elimination method. If I will eliminate, I have to make the coefficient as same. Now to make 2 as 6, I will multiply in the above equation of 3. So when I will multiply in the above equation of 3, so 3x, because I have to multiply complete equation, 12y is equals to 18. And the below equation is as it is, because I am making the coefficient of above equation as same by multiplying 3 in that. So here you will see, because I'm multiplying 3, sorry. So here the coefficient of x is also same and y is also same. So this is a1, this is a2, this is b1, this is b2. Here a1 is equal, a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2. What is a1 by a2 means? A1 by a2 means 6 by 6, which is 1 only. And b1 by b2 is 12 by 12, which is also 1. So a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, means they will completely cancel out. So how you will get a solution? If they will cancel out completely by changing the signs of the below equation, you will not get any value of x and y. So when you are not getting any value, it means no solution. So that's why when a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by b2, you have a no solution part, means parallel lines. But when you have a1 by b2 is not equal to b1 by b2, we are not talking about c1 by b2, then you have a unique solution, consistent. And in coincident part, all three are equal because they are meeting at every point. So every coefficient and constant is exactly, the ratio is exactly same. A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2, right? So please remember this thing. Whenever they are meeting at a point, it means there is a solution. And when there is a solution, they can't be equal, because if they get equal, it means they will eliminate. And when they are equal to each other, but the third one is not equal, a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by b2, it's the parallel solution, the no solution part. And when they are meeting at every point, it means all the three ratios are equal to each other. That is the infinite many solutions, right? So this is the thing. Moving towards the graph. So these are the graphs. So these are the intersecting line meeting at this point. Then they are coincident one over the another, and they are parallel lines not meeting at all, right? So these are the graphical representation of the pair of linear equation. And you know the ratios part, that is a1 by b2 is not equal to b1 by b2 in the unique solution. Then a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by b2. But every point they are not same, every ratio is not same. So that's why you have no solution. And when all the three are equal, then you have coincident lines. At every point they are getting a solution. So every ratio is equal. A1 by b2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, right? So these are the things. So please remember these things. So this video is all about the 3 chapters formulas. Please learn them, don't forget them, because many questions you will get of 1 marks or 2 marks based on the formulas. So thank you everyone. Please, if you like this video, please share with others and also focus on this and subscribe to my channel. So thank you. Bye bye. Take care.